Adam here. All I gotta say is, let's dive into this. Let's get it on. Hey there, welcome back to Bats and Cats. So, I hope you're all enjoying everything so far on this channel. I really enjoy making it. It's a lot of fun. But first, I got my cigar. I got my Big Red. I got a few things. I got the 1992 Batman Returns Batcave. Big childhood memories there. I remember opening that Christmas Day. It was I remember being like, oh my God, it's the Batcave and Wayne Manor, and it's supposed to be kind of the Arctic, like Penguin's lair, I guess, but it's kind of like, I think when I was a kid, I acted like it was all the part of the Batcave, because it just, it was all one big playset, which that playset was cool. And I got a few other things I brought out here to show you today, so everybody just bear with me, and let's just dig into a few things. I got a few figures. I got this one. This one's new. This is a new one. They brought out last year, I think. Yeah. But this was cool that they brought them back out. Batman Returns. Check that out. That's really cool. I picked this up at Kohl's, and we were there getting a birthday gift for somebody, and I've seen they had a little toy section over there. I'm like, well, you know where I'm heading. So I went over, and this was actually the last one they had hanging on the hook. So I grabbed it up. But look how cool that is. Pretty detailed out for a little figure. The back's pretty cool. Gave $6.99 for that bad boy. It was worth it. Batman's always worth it. But very cool. I mean, really, the detail is really good. Batman Returns. But that's one of them I wanted to share. And then here's a couple old ones. This one's really cool. I picked it up a while, but I mean, it's been a while, but I wanted to share it with this cave. But Ertl made these, which everybody thinks of Ertl. I do. I think of tractors, stuff like that, But how cool is that? Still in the package. Go figure. But the Batmobile is cool. The figure's cool. They had a bunch of other ones. I have a couple loose ones. I got Catwoman, but yeah, that's cool. If you can find that to add, this is metal. Ertl was all known for like all their tractors and their stuff they made like this was always die cast. So it always made it worth it. And I bet you that probably wasn't as much as that Batman figure that I just showed you. But I have a few, this is that Batmobile there in this package, loose. Beat up, but it's got some weight to it, but very cool. I mean, Ertl was always well known for being pretty detailed out. The tractors was always really cool, but this was just a few things. You had the missile from Batman Returns, where the car shaves its sides off, and so he can get in between buildings and stuff. You know, after the Penguin decided to take over the Batmobile. That was cool, but it, you know, very unlikely, I would think. Because how would they figure that out? How'd they figure that out? Anybody know? Any ideas on how they might have figured that out? Because I don't have a clue. And this, well, I think the last figure. Hold on, let me get these two out of the way first. These are a couple more. Well, one of them's Ertl. Excuse the sliding. But this is a Batman. That's Ertl. It's metal, but it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough shape, but it's pretty damn cool though. Very awesome. And I about dropped it. How badass is that? How cool is that? That is so cool. Like I said, you know, this ain't nothing to go ooh ah over, but they're just cool little side things I wanted to throw in here. Catwoman from Batman Returns. I don't know, you get I don't know if you can get a good. Hopefully those ain't coming out all blurry. But very nice, very cool. Love it, love it. I got one that's in the package. This one, out of every Batman figure that was made back in the day by Keener, this one was my all-time favorite. Hands down, there was not another one that was even close to what I loved about this one. I know it's not Batman Returns, but I had to share it because it's so cool. I mean, they have not, in my eyes, made another figure that is most iconic as this one was, as just a toy. I mean, what a great idea for them to come up with that. And actually, I've seen where you can actually buy this shirt now. Thinking about it, be kind of cool to do reviews in, but this was one of my favorite toys as a kid. This is one I always had in my hand. I do remember, I mean, this was back in 1990 when this came out, and just the box, I'm sure everybody agrees, the packaging was just cool. I mean, Michael Keaton on it. You imagine being Michael Keaton, going into a store and you see your face on stuff like this. That would just be, it seemed like that's something you'd never get used to. But how cool is that? You got the glove holding the Batarang. You could change his gloves. You had his chest plate, which wrapped around him, tied in, which is cool. The mask came off. And then you had the, I want to say it's like his communicator or something like that. But look how dead accurate, actually. Look how dead, look how dead accurate they got Michael Keaton. And this is why I always say Keener was top dog back in the day. Because they was the only, you look at Toy Biz and shit, not even remotely resemble Michael Keaton. Keener, hands down, was the best in my eyes back then. Still is. I mean, not that they're making stuff anymore, but Keener was number one. Number one. Very, very cool. Very detailed. Love it. Absolutely. You can still find these. I know. I've seen them, but some people are getting pretty high up there in their price because, you know, you got to think 1990 was a long time ago. But very worth having in your collection if if you like Michael Keaton or if you like the '89 Batman. But this was a very, very, actually I need to get a blister pack, put this in, because I'm always afraid it's gonna get messed up somehow. Or I do something like this, bring it outside in the garage, and then, you know, dog comes in here and knocks the table over. Man, I didn't even think of that. That's horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. But I got a couple more figures I'm gonna show you. Then we'll dive into that Batcave. Now, I do have, sadly, I do not have, Catwoman yet. I've been looking for her. But how cool is this? I still have the tag, because I'm a nerd. But yeah, tag's cool. Yeah, very cool. It's got a little, talks about how Gotham was peaceful till this guy came around. But how cool is that? That is very, very cool. It's a little dusty. I've had him on the shelf. But yeah, coat, very cool coat. I mean, that's dead on, really. I mean, for a figure like this, big boy like this, I mean, look how good that looks, like Danny DeVito in that movie. Very, very good. I'm not real sure who made this. Talks about it's washable and dryable. Applause Incorporated. They got Batman, the Penguin, and Catwoman. I need to find Catwoman. Applause, man, I don't remember that. I don't remember the company. You know, when you're a kid, you don't pay attention to the logo of the company, you know, really. Except Keener. Keener always stuck out, but I mean, as far as I know, this might have been all they made of Batman, you know. I have to look him up. Look at me, not thinking ahead and digging into that company. And last but not least, old Big Boy. Big Boy Michael Keaton, Big Boy Batman. How nice is this? What's this say on the back? DC Comics. 1992 is when this one came out. Look at the detail on that, really. I mean, this was a cool figure. Very understandable why it lasted so long. I do believe it came with a few other, you know, gadgets you can put in his hand. Obviously I don't have them. But Dead Ringer for Michael Keaton. Very badass. Yep. But the belt's dead on. Everything's dead on. I love it. Gauntlets are bad. The boots are bad. Not bad. Badass. Cool shit. I love these big figures like this. If anybody else out there's got, you know, I'm sure, I mean, I know there is a buku of people that's got way more Batman stuff than I do. But somebody let me know if it came with a lot more accessories. I believe it did, but I could be wrong. But, I don't know. Very nice. Very cool. Batman. Gotta love him. Got to love him. All right, let me get ready, and we'll dive into this Batcave. Let's dig in. All right. Here is the front of the Batcave. This is Wayne Manor, so this is supposed to be the front of his house. Pretty cool, really. It says Wayne Manor across the top. The doors swing out and they open, which is really cool. I do like the color of the building. I like the way it looks. The top has got breakaway windows, both of them, which is very, very cool. Then you go over to the left, there is going into the Batcave. You got the entrance door here for the car to go through. This side, I believe, was just, it was a door, like a man door. It's got a ladder that went up. And then the other side was a clock, like a grandfather clock. So then you would go over here, which is the coolest part of the whole damn cave. And you have your command center here with your screens, with just like in the movie. A little rough. I need to get some new stickers put on it. But here is the vault where he keeps the suit. And what you would do, you would take a Batman that was already, you would take Batman, you'd put him in here. And then you would close this. And then you would spin this around on the top. And then you would open it. And then you'd have Bruce Wayne standing here. And then you come out, no suit. You go in, close it, spin it around, and then you'd have Batman to come out. Which is pretty damn cool, really. That was a really good idea. And then you had your steps. These look cool. I like these. You had storage here, which I keep, the mask. And this for the Bruce Wayne I showed earlier. I almost got it all. I've lost a little bit over time, but very cool. Very cool storage. This was my favorite thing when I was a kid. My favorite. I mean, it was so cool. And then later on, you find out that for years and years and years and years, they reused this mold for multiple command centers, Batcaves, whatever they want to call them, Wayne Manor. They used this mold over and over and over again. And all they would do was just change the color of the building, maybe change the color of this a little bit, and they change, of course, they changed the pictures in here. But they had this same one for Batman Forever, the animated series, probably the New Adventures of Batman, I'm sure. I mean, it went on for years. Like, I want to say they used it all the way, probably, I can't remember the exact date, so, it's not set in stone what I'm saying here, but probably way into close to the, I don't know, 2007 or so. They probably still use this mold, or even longer. I'm sure probably longer. Which you can't dog them for it. I mean, why would you not? It's the coolest mold they had. I mean, the coolest cave that they've had. I'm missing a few pieces, which I'm thinking about 3D printing, getting some new ones, either making some or trying to find some. But there was a door here, trap door with a railing on it, and you would push this and then you'd fall down. There was a container here that snapped on, and it was a big black round container, and it had like maybe, I think it had a hole like this, like a porthole in it in the back, and that would snap on there, and then you could flip it up or on the top, and then whatever character you had up here could fall in it. You could put whatever you wanted in it, chemicals or. But here's the Arctic World Sewer, which when they've redone these over and over and over again, they would just rename this sticker back here, like, for Mr. Freeze or whatever character they wanted to have this as their lair. But like I said, I mean, do you blame them? I mean, we all bought them. We kept buying them. Here's the inside. This had the grandfather clock on it, which I need to 3D print one. Not too much detail on the inside of Wayne Manor. But there is a string that attached here. And you could, where else did it go? I can't exactly remember where it attached. Anyway, there was like a hook that attached here, and then it would attach somewhere else, and then Batman could slide down like a grappling hook. And I think the idea of this, I cannot remember this coming out for the 1989 Batman, but a lot of it makes sense for the 89 Batman. You got your breakaway windows. So this could be the inside of, I think a lot of the ideas came from that, you know, from that movie, if they didn't have this out then, which I don't think they did. But you had your breakaway windows, and this could be the inside of the museum where Vicky Vale was with the Joker. I could see that, breaking through, falling down. And then here could easily be Access Chemicals, where the Joker falls into that vat of chemicals, and this could be the vat that flipped upward, and then here's Joker falling into it. That's, in my eyes, that's probably about 90% of where most of this is supposed to kind of take place. I mean, that's how it seems to me, and I've heard a lot of other people's theories are the same way. I mean, they think that this was mainly built from the 89 Batman movie, even though it might not have came out then, or they might have been working on it then and they never released it. But absolutely love this. One of the coolest Batcaves out there. And you know, Batman Forever had this exact same one, but they also had a bigger one that you could get that was really tall, really long, and it was pretty cool too. But this one just holds up to me, and a lot of people complain that it's just not, you know, that good. I've heard complaints about it, but to me, this is my childhood. This was the coolest thing ever. Also, they had this here, Batman's feet. Also, like Batman 89, you could hang his feet in there, and he could hang upside down. And you know, behold, Batman, or Michael Keaton, Bruce Wayne, he did that in the 89 Batman movie. He was hanging upside down. So that's, I don't know if anybody else agrees with me, but I do believe that was the main, you know, source of information that they built this off of, was probably that first movie. I mean, even Wayne Manor kind of has that look of Wayne Manor in, well, either movie, because they basically used the same one, but, or they kind of tried to make it look like it was the same one. Here's a little thing. Here's a photo of me opening it. And look at that face. Oh my God, but I was psyched. I was psyched about it. Still am. Still am absolutely giddy over this Batman cave. But here is a Batmobile. And forgive me, this Batmobile is awfully loud. But yeah, it would go right through there. And they used the same door, everything set up for all the other movies. And every car fit, but you knew when you got the Batman Forever, that car barely fit through there because of that wing. If those wings didn't fold out like it does in the movie, it probably wouldn't go through that opening. This car was always really, really cool. It's got missiles. I'm missing a missile here, which I need to get, and I need to clean it. It's dirty, but I'm missing a missile. I'm sure I can find them. But yeah, the missile to launch them. There's a little lever here. Well, maybe. Oh, there it goes. Pretty good distance on that. No wonder we all walked around holding our eyes and shit when we were younger. We always had toys like this that would shoot you in the face. But yeah, that's it on the Batcave. Very cool. I highly recommend if you to get one, find you one. Actually, I seen one. It was missing a little bit more than what I got here, and I seen it online for like 35 bucks. You know, on the eBay or Marketplace. It might have been Marketplace. But yeah, get out there and get you one. These are a really cool display piece to set up, you know, with your figures. Really love it. Uh, just, it's just a great collectible piece. I mean, even though they've got a million of them out there, they are really, really cool. But having something from 1992 from Batman Returns, I mean, even with the stickers, I mean, that looks cool. I'd like to try and find the original stickers and redo them and put them on there. You know, maybe I can, or maybe I can make some. But that's it on the Batcave. Very cool, very awesome. But I want to go over here to my Jazz Inc '89 Batmobile real quick and get a good look over. When I did the video for this, it was like my second video on this channel, and I really didn't get a good walk around. I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, tear into everything, but I would like to just show you how detailed it is. I mean, it is one of the coolest cars and collectibles that I have ever had. I mean, the detail is just unreal. Little things open up. It's got grappling hooks in there. Very, very cool. Very beautiful. Very gorgeous piece of artwork for sure. Very detailed. If anybody can get a hold of one of these, I would highly recommend getting you one. I mean, they're expensive, but they are worth it in my eyes. I'm sure everybody that has one, it's worth it in theirs too. I'm sure none of them regret opening their piggy bank for buying this car. And it's huge, you know. It's a very, very cool car, that is for sure. And the detail on the inside is just unbelievable. I mean, look at the console on that. Absolutely awesome. I mean, even up underneath, behind the seats, they've got switches and lights. The seats are actual leather. Very, very awesome. I wouldn't trade this for anything in the world. So, very beautiful. Absolutely. So get out there and check out jazzinc.com. They have they got several different Batmobiles. You're looking over the $1,000 range for sure. So just to give you a heads up, if you go look, you know, it ain't cheap, but it's worth it. It really is worth it. Actual car paint, rubber tires, detailed down to the tires. Has even got Mickey Thompson on it, just like in the movie. Everything is ideal. They actually went, when they built this, they went and actually took measurements and details from the actual car that was in the movie. Absolutely beautiful. Actually, this video probably is not going to do this thing justice. You gotta see it in person. So it's just one of them things. But yeah, well, one quick run through. Very cool. Get you one, get you two. You know the rest. Well, I think that's gonna be it on this review. I hope it wasn't too bad. I hope it wasn't too shaky, you know. But that Batmobile is the bee's knees. The Batcave is also the bee's knees. The Batcave is, like I said, that's my favorite. I'm sure it's a lot of people's favorites. I highly recommend you get one for your collection. I think they are absolutely awesome. And there's so much. I mean, like I said, I could that one I seen for $35. I'm highly considering just going after and buying another one, and then making it my own. You know, take it home and recreate it and do different stickers on it and make it how you want to make it. I mean, that's cheap enough. You can do whatever you wanted to do with it. And actually, not a bad idea. I might have to get on there. But you can do whatever you want to do with this stuff and customize it. When you can get something like that, you could have this one, original one for Batman Returns, and you can make your own for the '89 Batman. I'm considering it right now. I'm thinking about it right now. In my brain, it's going. But, you know, gotta have time for that. Gotta have time to make videos. Gotta have time for that. I'm here to try to entertain and show you some cool stuff, and hopefully stuff that everybody, you know, that's watching would like to have, and try to give you some type of history on it, you know, if I know it, you know, and just show you the cool stuff out there that you can get, you know. Before internet, we didn't know a quarter of this stuff was out here, you know, and now you type in Batman on the computer, on your phone, it's millions of stuff pops up, and you don't know what to buy first. But I try to put a lot of time in this, and I really appreciate everybody who is subscribed, and I appreciate everybody that watches. I hope you enjoy it, and I just want to tell everybody to keep on keeping on. Go out and buy you one, get you two. This has been another badass Batman review. I hope it wasn't too bad. Everybody, peace out. Be good.
You gotta admit, I played this stinking city like a harp from hell!